It is a Monday, time for us to get our updates on the Bailey Boswell trial that is taking place here in Dawson County in Lexington. And Dave Schroeder here again. Dave, thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
Well, after a week where we had all kinds of information, maybe information overload for the jurors and the people taking this all in, we had kind of a quiet day on Friday, right?
It was a shortened day on Friday. And by the way, jurors do have notebooks provided to them that they can take their personal notes. They can't take it with them. They have to turn that in, but they have notebooks that they can take notes to help them through this. Friday morning, it lasted about a couple of hours, and then they broke for the week. They had a Nebraska State Patrol trooper identify spoke about some items of clothing that they recovered along the highways west and south of Wilber, Nebraska. And then also there was an analyst from University of Nebraska Medical Center, forensic analyst, who testified about some blood and other types of evidence that was analyzed by her. And so it's kind of interesting that she didn't really say that some of that evidence was from Boswell, and then there was also times that some of the DNA evidence excluded the suspects. So it's kind of interesting to see what that will contribute to the case. This week, we have Bob Rogan in the courtroom today, or in the media room, actually. There's a limited number of people allowed in the courtroom, but we are in the courthouse monitoring it along with several other media outlets there. And so I don't know exactly what's going to happen this week, but I know for sure coming up at some point, there's 3 young women that will be testifying in court, along with the autopsy testimony as well.
Okay. Now let's go back for just a second. I want to talk about the jurors a little bit. You mentioned they have notebooks to kind of take notes on everything.
Mm-hmm.
They are not sequestered, right?
No.
So they were able this weekend to leave and to go home. But what are the instructions that the judge has given them?
The judge at the end of the day reminds them to not discuss the case with anyone, and to avoid media reports about the trial. And so those admonishments are given continuously throughout the trial.
And obviously we have seen in other cases that when those rules aren't followed, it affects the case a great deal. You throw out a case or something like that, or be in contempt, right?
Absolutely, it could. And that's why we have 3 extra jury members, because there'll be 12 of the 15 jurors deciding the case. So there's 3 jurors that could be, if that happens, that they can dismiss them and still have enough in the jury pool to make rendering a decision.
Do you expect that this week will be still the state's case most of the way this week, more evidentiary stuff as we go along?
It seems to be, yes.
Okay.
And then we have next week. So I don't know how long the defense anticipates in putting on their case, but I imagine this whole week will be still prosecution.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate it as we continue to get updates on the Bailey Boswell trial that's taking place here in Dawson County. Thanks, Dave.
Absolutely.